Hello and welcome to Ferrari Models Kit View Time. Today we've got Hobby Bosses. This is the 1/48 scale TBD-1 Devastator. Quite a classic plane, but also what's really striking with this one is this marking, box art. I know we talk about it a lot and it's one of those things, and I'm getting more and more into box art. You remember as a kid, you go in the store and obviously you've got all those great kits shouting at you, and now people say that box arts aren't important because it's all online. Thing is though, don't forget you're shopping visually as well, and I saw this one. I actually thought really very nice box art on this one. Anyway, kit itself, as you can see down in there, we've got the usual bits and pieces of information on this one. So it's going to be around about 22 centimeters long, about 31.5 on the wingspan with this particular one. You've got obviously some nice marking options down in there as well, because obviously this is early war, I imagine. Was it 1935-ish, 1934? Obviously these came into service and things, so this is the early version, if you like, of it. So early markings as well, which are a lot nicer. All right, so kit number for this one, 81783. A little bit more fur about it, bit more boring that one in just the two colours of the blue and then the lighter white underneath down in there. So inside the box we are greeted by what's coming up soon, or is on the way normally, sheet as I call it. Oh look, okay, so we got one of those. Right, straight into it. Now, if you don't know about this aircraft at all, one of the things that has always been slight little bit of challenge is the corrugated effect of the wings. So think of Junkers and things like that. So yeah, very nice to see that it's been done on these. So we've got one sprue down in there, probably got the clear parts just in there we'll look at. It's all separately bagged. So we've got the main section under the wings as well. We've got the actual fuselage halves, nice details down in there like that. Then we've got a big old sprue, which we'll have a good look at as well. Then we've got some of the more internals. All right, and then we've actually got the wheels and the various smaller parts down in there. Good old decals, and obviously we get a somewhat of a mast set for this thing as well. So very nice to see those. So, and photo etch. So we'll look at those properly in a moment. So as always, we will start in the old instructions for this one. So we've got the colour call outs just down in there. Let me get it out. There we go. All right. So as you can see, normal thing, got your sprues, everything else down in there. Then over on here, we've actually got the main cockpit area. All right, so we've got the under part to it as well. That's all going to be very nicely done. Again, sort of twofold how it sits into that one, which is nice. All the bulkheads, and obviously got some radio equipment and all the stuff being fitted down in here. Crew of 3 on this one. So obviously we've got the crew stations going in, so we've got the seats being fitted for the, I think this is sort of the wireless operator navigator in the midsection. Then we've got all the various parts going in, lots of stowage equipment, nice load of detail, to be honest, down in here on the inside. We've got the fire extinguisher, all these things in there. So basically what you've got is the pilot, and then obviously you've got the, I assume, wireless operator navigator, and you've got the actual gunner on the rear as well. So again, plenty of details down on the inside. Doesn't stop there. More details being put on the inside of it as well. Then obviously we've got the rear gunner's position being fitted down. So we've got an internal tub then, once it's together, is going to be fitted into that fuselage halves just down in there as well. So radiators and various cooling things going down underneath as well. Instrument panel, we've got decals for those ones as well, for those being fitted down into it. Those all can be fitted in there just like that. Whilst that can be off and drying, you can get on with the wing section. So again, quite basic on the wings the way this one goes. You haven't got any sort of mass detail of wheel wells and things. So we've got the plates for them are going to go in. So it'd be nice simple drop in for the wheel wells. Then you've actually got the outer wings being fitted down on the top, gear going in there. I assume that's probably like an oil cooler or something down just like there being fitted in. And then obviously we've got the flaps going in on the outside. This has got a wing fold as well, so obviously quite nice as well. So you can have this thing folded up or actually wings down. So with those fitted in there like that. Then we've got the engine. I assume it's some type of Wasp engine being fitted down in here as well. So those ones all being done in there. Really nice detail in there. And again, it's a one-piece cowling, but it looks like we've actually got two types of cowl flaps down in here. So it looks like you can have it with the cowl flaps open or closed. All right, so nice touch with that. And then obviously the big old wing section being fitted down onto the bottom of the fuselage. With that one in, we've got some little bits openings up and various things going down in here as well. So we can have these ones opened up, prop going on the front. Obviously, you probably do that a bit later. Different types of sighting systems and things like that being fitted on there for the pilot. And then we've got the first of the clear parts going on. And again, a little bit of an option if you want actually the gun for the rear with the doors open or closed in there, just like that. Then, obviously on the back here, we'll be interested to see if it is got 2-piece or if it is 3. Looks like it is 2. So you've got a 1 as a whole one. And then if you want it all opened, you can do it opened as well. And what you're seeing down in here is 4, which is absolutely lovely, which I'll have a proper look at in a moment, is the die cast masking set, which is an absolute godsend for this particular one. So very nice to see that one down in there as well. And then obviously we've got the sights being fitted down in there as well for the pilots. And that gets that one in. Then we're turning our attention out to the actual outer part of the wings. So we've got the ailerons being fitted down onto these as well, clips in. And then I assume we're going to be making the decision then if you're going to be going it with the actual wings folded or if you're going to be having them open. So you will have options on those ones as well. And then obviously you can fit it as you require in there, just like that. Tailplanes being fitted down onto this one. Looks like they are fixed placed tailplanes on this one. Which again, you wouldn't take rocket science and surgery to open those up to make them posable, but you could do that if you wanted to, and that basically gets the aircraft done. Last up, we've got the torpedo being fitted down in there in the little torpedo bay underneath as well, so you can get on and do that one as well in there. I take it this under here with this door open is the sight. Maybe, I assume it is. So the actual, perhaps it's got the bomb aimer in the middle as well, so he can see what he's going to be bombing at. So yeah, very nice as well. It's either that or it opens up between the pilot's feet so he can see where he's going. If not, it's a good idea for both of them. So very good on there. Last up, you have got a choice as well. If you don't want to go with a torpedo, you can go with normal sort of free-fall bombs down in there like that. And then obviously you've got pitot tube finishing off your build in there. Colour schemes, as I said before, some really, really nice ones on this one. To be honest, this one, I absolutely love it. I love it with the high difference between the yellow and the blue. And then obviously you've got the aluminium finish as well right the way over it. Again, very, very striking in these sort of, you know, pre and early World War II colours. And then say a little bit later in there, so we've got the camo going down on there as well. So we know a little bit more with the two-tone blue with the white on the underside. Again, so very nice with those ones. We do get a lovely bit of photo etch as well. So we've got some of the harnesses down in there, as you can see, which are actually very nice. And some of the other plating and things in there, just like that, rudder pedals, those types of things, I do believe. Then we have the decals. So, seeing as I got told off for not showing the decals last time, can't really see it down in here, but what you've actually got, this is all die cut for the actual entire thing. Very hard to see it, but it is in there. It's a funny texture with this. It's halfway between cardboard and wallpaper. So, yeah. Okay, so next up we have the decals. So we'll have a look at these this week. So there we go. Obviously, we've got the sort of post-war and World War II markings for it down in there as well. And obviously got some tip colours, various bits and pieces. Instrument panel's quite basic, but luckily no stencil data. Don't you just love World War II stuff? Right, okay, so if we go back a stage, we'll start off with the fuselage. All right, so in baggie 1, we've got the main fuselage halves, which look very, very nice. And again, with Trumpeter these days and Hobby Boss alike and things like that, they've really come on leaps and bounds. The quality just goes up and up and up. And to be honest, this is another good example as well. When you look at the detail on the actual fuselage, the riveting detail, you're really getting on a kin now to being very similar to what Edard can produce. Again, they are playing catch up because obviously Edard lead the way for this type of stuff, but this is very, very fine. You can probably see it down in there. Hopefully you can see it, catch it in the light. That's very nice. Also, I like this structure, the way that they've actually done it, faithful to the real aircraft, things like that. And just generally a really nice mix of raised and recessed details all the way through this. So very, very nice indeed. Obviously the inside got a little bit of framework, as you can see down in there with some of the details with everything goes through, but it has got a big old tub that is going to fit in there and take care of that. You can see obviously we've got these areas for the inside, the actual flaps and things. There's no ejector pins in those. either. So we've really moved on now. That's actually a very nice kit indeed. And on the other side, you can probably see it looking very nice indeed. All right, that's good. Okay, so then we'll have a look at the wings. So down here in the wings, we have, again, really very nice. I tell you what, there's not a lot of bearing on these sprues either. They're quite smooth. Yeah, very good. The corrugated effect on this, it's very difficult to sort of pull it off to give it that sort of reproduction type look to it. It's basically, it's not corrugated as in it wrinkles up and down. It's just got lumps in it to give it more strength. And again, it just works. It looks absolutely beautiful in this. And so if you zoom in, you can probably catch the detail with the recessed and the actual raised detail for this is actually really very nice. So again, beautifully sort of done. There's those tails. So it said one piece tail planes. Wouldn't be rocket science to cut these out and have them as a separate. So you've got these parts here will be a drop in on this side. So I would use this one as your master, if you like, if you did want to do it. So I'm saying it's actually quite straightforward. No problems with that whatsoever. So we quite like that. Okay, this center section, as you can see, really nicely done. Again, good level of detail right the way through. It's funny because there's tiny little bits of flash on the actual kit. Parts are absolutely stunning, gorgeous, really very nice indeed. You can see down in here as well. Very nice. Again, it's one of these kits where, you know, when you see it in the flesh, it just pops, comes out. Okay, big old bag here. I'm not even sure what's in it. We've got some cowls, a million miles away from everything else. So we've got this one, and then if we can just pop in here and unwind, we have all the beautiful delicate parts. Again, really nice that it's so well protected because we've got all the engine parts down in here and all the delicate stuff, and it looks very nice indeed. So cowlings up the top here and behind it. There we go. So if you want it closed, you've got it in this position. Internally, there's nothing really going on because you can't see it. And then over here, we've got with the cowl flaps open. Again, it's a little thing, but it's a nice thing. Really do like it. Again, you'd have to be a bit of a surgeon to take off the actual cowls into individuals and things, but that's actually quite nice. It is a shame because you can see the engine details and the internal details are beautiful on this kit. It's a shame most of it you're not going to see. But again, just little things like the details around these with the pipe work and all the rest of it. This bulkhead detail as well. Really nice, good, clean and sharp. Again, all the small parts looking very good indeed. So again, it's such a shame sometimes that, you know, you put all this work in, especially with the detail into it, and then you end up closing it all up and never to be seen again. But you know it's in there. But no, that's very nice indeed. So just pop into this one. We've got the wheels. So again, with this one, we've got the wheel wells. That's what I meant. There's not a lot going on inside these. There's a little bit of riveting. You can probably see in these wheel wells. Probably it doesn't have it. Probably as it is. You might be able to see it. There we go. A little bit of riveting just in those wheels. Obviously, we've got that forward sight doors, whatever you want to call it, for the pilot to look through. Very nice indeed. The wheel wells, sorry, the wheels themselves, pretty good, all moulded. Do like it's got the brake lines moulded in. So you've got the brake and hydraulic lines moulded in there for those ones. And again, different types for the actual Bombay set as well. We've got it obviously flat piece, so we've got a torpedo one down in there, just like that. But again, really nice touch. You actually got the brake lines moulded in. So we like that. Okay, last up for the grey sprues. We have this little lump. All right. So down here on sprue C, we've basically got some of the major parts for the internals down in here. So starting off with, we've got the floor. And again, it's all moulded in, ready to go. You can imagine Quinta or someone coming along with a set of this, to be honest, if they haven't done it already. So very nice. That rear one of the bulkheads, looking very nice. The engine, which is quite nice, it's veined. It's got some detail down into it as well. So very nice on that one. And again, some of the parts, we've got torpedo, big old torpedo down here, but we've got fire extinguishers, got the instrument panel over here. And again, all the various parts being made up of sort of some of the bomb sections. So yeah, really very, very nice. Then we've got this area, which obviously then goes forward and then down to the other one. Does he actually, is it the navigator lies down underneath it? I don't know this aircraft. Apologies for my ignorance for everyone shouting at the screen, but I know nothing about the Devastator at all. I've completely overlooked it. I have to do some homework. But it looks like there's a bay underneath the cockpit floor for someone to lie down perhaps for aiming. But yeah, very, very nice. That's actually pretty darn good. And again, this is the wing fold areas. So you've got some nice detail through these as well. All right. Very cool. Okay, last up, we've got the clear parts. And let's face it, clear parts aren't like they used to be. Thank goodness. So clear parts always used to be a little bit of a hassle. So as we did suspect, and we saw in the instructions, we do get two onto it. So we've got this little guy, looks very much like an insect or a bug. Very nice. So one piece right the way through, pretty much straightforward. It's sharpish, it's sharp enough, I would say, but I would say also these mid ones with sort of the runners going through, there's not a lot on that. So thank goodness there is a mask set. That's just going to save you a world of pain. And obviously if you are going to be opening it up, and it is into, how many sections here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts. You can get those ones down in there. And I assume this one is the one under the floor. So again, good, clean. There's nothing in that at all. It's got beautiful, give it the old line check. You can see it's pretty darn sharp, all of that, no problem at all. So that's very, very cool indeed. Again, it's one of those things. I don't know this aircraft well, but after doing the review, I'm inspired to build it. It looks beautiful, really nice details. Cockpit detail is in abundance. There's a lot going in there. We've got a 3-man crew. There's a lot of equipment. So it's all been beautifully done all the way in there. So that's been really nice. So it'd be such a shame if you did have it closed up with a one-piece canopy. But if your multiple piece goes to pot, you've got a backup, which is quite nice. All right, so you've got that one. Again, the details for the wings, and obviously with the actual sort of corrugated wings on these things and stuff like that. It's beautifully done, beautifully textured. I love the way it comes with brake lines. You don't see that all the time as well. So a nice little touch with that one. And generally it's got wing fold set, really nice details in those areas as well. So all in all, I have to say it's pretty much a must-have kit. It's a beautiful little one. If you're in your sort of interwars or sort of, you know, pre-World War II, into World War II, then this is definitely the aircraft for you.